Thanksgiving is seen as a time to enjoy family, friends, and food. For those who grew up in foster care, however, it often looks quite lonely. Action Ohio is changing that with their annual Thanksgiving Together.
Imagine this. It's the year 2007. I and Amanda were from Ohio, but there were other former foster youth from all around the nation. And we had Thanksgiving dinner on the steps of the United States Capitol. So here we are on the steps of the United States Capitol having Thanksgiving dinner, and we told them that they were the only legal parent that we had and we were coming home for the holidays. For 2 days previous to that, we had visited legislator after legislator after legislator. We had a whole round of the House and the Senate, and we talked to them about the need to extend foster care supports to age 21 because we said 18 isn't an adult, and there's too many of our brothers and sisters of the foster care system that are turning 18 and they're basically getting just abandoned. But every year after that, starting in 2008, we did a statewide Thanksgiving in Ohio. When we can, we do regionals. One year we did 5 regional events. It was exhausting and awesome. Since the pandemic, it's been a little harder to build up momentum, but now we're back up to 3 this year.
These Thanksgiving events are an important tradition in the Ohio foster care community, but they are only possible through hard work and dedication.
The 2 biggest challenges, well, there's 3. One is expense. I'm a volunteer in my role. I'm a librarian. I'm not paid to be here today, and I don't want to be paid to be here today. I'm a librarian. So we fundraise to make this happen. And so food is expensive. So that's one thing that we go over every year. The other thing is transportation. Oh my heart, today was a day of a lot of transportation stuff, but we figured that out together too. Because again, when you lack family privilege, you don't necessarily have transportation to what may be your only Thanksgiving the entire year. And then the third one is the other things that young people struggle with, because from the time that a young person is 18 to the time that they're not just 21, not just 23, not just 26, not just in their 30s, for the rest of their lives, they still don't have that family privilege. And in some ways, they build their own. Like, I've been married for 25 years, yay! But still yet, I don't have an extended family outside of my husband and his children. So that's still there. And so even today at this event, there were things that, there's last minute stuff that came up that might keep them from being there.
To me, this event is all about chosen family and just having somewhere to be that doesn't necessarily have all of the tensions of traditional family dynamics, somewhere where truly just everybody's happy to see each other and show up for one another.
I think this event just means people aren't alone, and that we are here to kind of talk about our experiences, kind of get to know each other, and try to help everyone along the way. To tell everybody to keep their heads up and keep going.
You don't stop. You just don't stop. You got to keep on continuing yourself and making yourself the best, because it's just so fulfilling just to meet all these beautiful people today.
It means that I remember when I aged out of foster care, I remember what Thanksgiving was like. I remember not having a place at the table. I remember one year I walked down the street to a gas station and got a Yoo-Hoo and one of those really cheap packages of turkey that you get for 99 cents. And that was my Thanksgiving. And that was probably a couple of years that I did it, not having family. So for me, it's about family privilege. And the most beautiful thing is that from 2006 to now of having the Youth Advisory Board in Action, Ohio, and 2008 to now for having Thanksgivings in our state, we're seeing the same young people every year.
Everyone here is a part of the chosen family, and it's really great.
When you come to events like these annually, you just get that dose of family that you really never had growing up.
So in the past, we had a chosen family tree, and we could say we're ironing onto our chosen family tree. But this year, I'll be really transparent. This year's been hard. In March of this year, there was a former foster youth in Cleveland who lost her life due to violence. Since then, we had another former foster youth from here in Columbus that lost their life in a traffic accident, another one from chronic health, another one from cancer. And just when I thought all of the losses weren't over, one of a foster parent who's been involved with the Thanksgivings for years in Southwest Ohio lost her life to domestic violence. And we wanted to have the remembrance table. I printed a couple of photos, and some people wrote things on leaves about what they remembered about those people. And it's going to take more than just one day or one event or one remembrance table, but I think what it is collectively, hopefully we're starting to heal.
These events, these Thanksgivings, these gatherings, the youth advisory, they all matter so much because even if we don't have our families, we have our family. And it's all over the world. And this is just one small gathering of millions and millions of our brothers and sisters.
This dinner is a place where I belong.
I want to say that a lot of times when people hear about foster care, there's a stigma, or they think that there's something wrong, and I think that they also don't have high enough expectations. Statistics change when people invest in them. Our population matters, and so it's not enough. Like, it's so funny because I aged out in 1989, and I was homeless within a year, and then I got to college, grad school, and then I was homeless right after grad school because I moved to a new state and took on a new job, and I was couch surfing. And now here I am. I've been paying taxes for years. I'm a 40-hour-a-week employee. But statistics will change on a permanent basis when people decide that our population matters, and when they back up that decision with funding, authentic support, and listening to those with lived voices.
Not everyone has the family they were born into, but that's okay. Action Ohio has made a space for people to find their chosen family and enjoy Thanksgiving together.